So I'm attending a special day today, because today it is the Haagse School Dag. It is a day where painters from all over the Netherlands can join and paint en plein air in the town of Nieuwkoop. It's a fine morning. The weather today is fantastic. Perfect for a day of plein air. I find that people are usually very positive and genuinely interested in their comments when you're out there painting. The sun is shining directly on my paper, which is not quite ideal when you're painting outside, because that makes it harder to judge the tonal values of the painting, and it's easier to make mistakes. And I was going for something of an early morning or evening scene, but seeing the direction where the light is coming from, it's more like an early morning scene, just to make it a bit more interesting. Especially when the light is coming from the back and you have this harsh white daylight. That's usually not the most interesting light I find to paint. So this is not the only change I made to the subject, because the water here is full of boats, so you can't actually see the water from where I'm standing. So that makes it extra tricky. I have to imagine the water. Now here I am making the water a bit greener than it should be. What I was going for is this reflection of the trees in the water, which is obviously greenish in color, and then the sun's light shining on the surface of the water. And there's not much you can change about that once you have painted it in with watercolor. Here I am painting in some more of these masts of these boats. These always require a lot of focus. You have to do them right in one go, ideally. And another fun part is the putting in the reflections of the boat. It's always easy to put in too many of them. A bit of texture on for the gravel path. And of course we need to put in a little figure there in the background. He's carrying a bag with all sorts of supplies for his boat. And now with most of the painting in, it is time to bring back some highlights. So I'm painting in with some gouache the white color of these masts, and that will break up nicely this darker background with these trees.
Thanks. Geweldig. Leuk. Super. Netjes hoor.
The sun is shining from behind, and to protect my neck I have this thick sweater hanging in my neck, but it's getting really warm, so it's time to sign the painting, put in a few birds, and then it is time to pack things up. So it may look like I painted this really quickly, but in reality it takes some time, even painting en plein air, to make this painting. Because yeah, I edited a lot of it out of the process, but I put in enough so that you get an impression of how what it's like painting here outside in this morning sun. Painting outside can be a lot of fun. There's always lots of surprises, people you meet. But one of the realities is also I have to carry all of this heavy stuff on my back again over this gravel path. So yeah, painting here is a little bit less comfortable perhaps than painting in the studio, but the rewards can be great, and you take with you lots of nice memories. So I think this first painting turned out quite okay. You never know completely what you will get when you paint outside beforehand. There's still some time to make a second painting, so I'm hoping that the second painting will be even a greater experience. So I'm back where I started. There's some other painters painting there near the church. Now it's time for a lunch break. Let's see what you got here. Okay, that is good. Some mineral water. And some mint. Banana. And of course the bread. And we also got an apple and a Mars bar here, so I think I'm going for the apple. There's another painter at work over there. I'm going to check out that spot and see how the view is there. So here I have installed myself for a second round of painting, and I have here my trusty old Winsor Newton pocket box. I've used it so much, I've painted countless of paintings with it. It's a nice handy thing. Selecting a brush for my bamboo roll. So as with the first painting, I don't know beforehand exactly how this is going to turn out, but that's part of the excitement of painting. But given the limited time I have left before I'm expected back, my idea is to paint in as much of the large shapes that I see first, and then build from there. So first I put in the sky. I'm suggesting some of the clouds. Now it may not be very cloudy right now, but some clouds are starting to roll in from the south, so pretty soon it will look more like it does in my painting. So with the sky in, I'm now putting in some color for the buildings. This will be the base color. There's this large tower, and there's this market square with some houses around it, and of course the old town hall.
Pixabay. Ja hoor.
Is dat toch wel eens aan je vader?
Nee. Nee.
Is dat toeval?
Nee, dat is de Haagse School Dag is vandaag.
Aha.
Er zijn meerdere mensen aan het schilderen. We hebben nog tot 4 uur. Het is mijn tweede van vandaag, dus ik probeer...
Er zijn er meer dan schilderen op.
Ja, Aangezien ik onder 4 uur moeten we ons weer melden bij het vliegende paard.
Ja, maar dat weet ik. Dat weet ik allemaal.
Ja.
Hè. Kan je niet afleiden. Hè?
Als gaat goed. Ja.
So we have the lighter underlayer established. I'm now putting in some of the darks and I'm letting it blend with this lighter layer to create these nice gradients. And before I paint in these larger shapes, I have to focus on getting the tower right with all these little details on top. So I'm trying to put in the detail but not too much of it, just the right amount. It's hard to mix a lot of paint on these small palettes because you don't have much space. But here with a slightly bigger brush, I'm painting the rest of the tower. So now the silhouette is starting to take shape. And now I'm defining the chimneys on the row of houses, trying not to get bogged down in the details. And to suggest these market stalls, I'm sort of dry brushing in these darker lines. So this is how it's looking so far. As I planned, I've got the main shapes in now. So the composition is looking nice, I think. So now it's time to put something in the foreground. So with the water in, now I'm putting in some brighter colors for the market stalls. Some yellows and reds. That will not only attract the viewer to the midground, but it also contrasts nicely with the more muted tones of the rest of the scene. Because right now it could even pass for a winter scene, a winter townscape, but later I will put in some green trees, so it will have more of a late summer vibe to it. So now I'm painting in the piers for the boats, because it's not only a market square but also a sort of harbor. And of course we also need some of these parasols. They are folded in. I think the church tower is telling me to hurry up, but it's not good to paint too hasty. You always have to remain in control. So festina lente, as they say in Latin, haste slowly. So now I'm bringing the water to life with some of these reflections. I've done the same before this morning with the other painting, but in this scene the water is slightly different. It's never quite the same. There's a bit more wind here, a bit more ripples in the water. This time I can actually see the water, which helps a lot. Here the reflection of the tower in the water, which makes a nice statement. Gives this nice contrast between the horizon line and this tall vertical tower. A little bit more definition for this old town hall building. And adding in the first human figures standing by the pier. This one is going to help a fellow who's trying to moor his boat there. And just like in the previous painting of this morning, I'm adding in some extra vertical pulls. This time it's not the mast of ships, although it does look like it. These are these sort of pulls with lamps that light the market square. And it's the same principle as with these masts. You have to paint them in boldly. And now it's time to make this painting a little bit more summery, as in summer-like. And I do that by painting in some of the trees. So I start lightly at first, and then I drop in some darker mixture into it. So with this large shape in, I put in more of this darker mixture. I'm having to cover a lot of area with this brush. And to add a little bit of variation, I add in the suggestion of a second tree with more of these loose leaves instead of one solid shape. Adding a few branches here and there. And with still some time left, I put in some people to populate the market square. I've got about half an hour left now. So again, it seems like I'm painting super quickly, doing this in just a couple of minutes, but I'm editing a lot of superfluous stuff out. I think that at least half of the time is spent actually mixing the paint on my palette to get the right tone, the right color and the right consistency. So with a few minutes left, I bring back some of the light. I'm suggesting here this music chapel with a bit of gouache. I'm glad that I didn't just keep it at one single painting, and that I decided to use that extra time to make this second painting. So yeah, I'm quite happy with this one. The original idea I had to put in these larger shapes first and to paint it quickly and freshly. I think I succeeded in that.
Ja, jij wel. Oh, jeetje, wauw. Oh, dit is wel echt weer totaal iets anders. Jeetje, hallo.
Hallo.
We komen gewoon spieken.
Nou ja, prima hoor.
Leuk.
Ja. Voor de Haagse School Dag. Je hebt zo al meerdere schilders gespot, zeker?
Ja, zeker ja. Oh, wauw, wat knap zeg.
Mijn tweede van vandaag, over een half uurtje dan moet ik...
tweede?
Ja. Over een half uurtje dan moet ik weer daar zijn.
Wordt het dan allemaal tentoongesteld, of niet?
Ja, dit wordt straks bij, volgende week wordt het bij Hoeve Rijlaarsdam tentoongesteld.
Oké.
Komt het allemaal te hangen.
Ja, je moet hem nog signeren, of niet?
Ja. Ik heb hem echt een beetje op te veel reep af weten te krijgen. Eerst de grote vormen een beetje en dan steeds meer naar het kleinere toe werken.
Ja. Echt heel mooi. De dingen ook al.
Probeer niet te veel van die dekkende witte verf te gebruiken. Maar
tijd kunnen stoppen, hè? Dat is ook een kunst.
ja, zeker. Ik kan door blijven gaan.
Wanneer is het goed genoeg? Ja.
Ik nog een beetje rood en blauw en dat vlaggetje daar.
Succes.
Bedankt.
So final check to see if everything is in there that I want. So yeah, I'm quite happy with this second painting. Feels like I've gotten the most out of this day, and I enjoyed painting here in Nieuwkoop. So now it's time to pack up.
Want dan kan ik weer nieuwe schilderspullen kopen.
Misschien kan ik hem dan wel kopen later.
Als hij dan niet al verkocht is. Ja.
Ja.
Er is ook waterverf dus.
Echt?
Ja. Dus, heb je
Want
goed
je hebt
gezien?
het in het potje water gedaan. Denk ik.
It's almost 4 o'clock now. I'm expected back in the cafe. So I'm taking my trolley with me. So I hope you enjoyed this video and to watch me paint here on this special plein air day. I'm sure there will be more of these plein air adventures to come, so I hope to see you next time. So bye bye.